welcome to my channel, and I'm back with you once again with another video of Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. Now the Fenix Simulations Airbus A320 is out, and you can just install it for Microsoft Flight Simulator. There is also a video on my channel in which I've told you how to install it. So it's really simple. All you have to do is this: update the installer if you have already purchased it, and that's it. You can just enjoy the Fenix Simulations Airbus A320. I remember when first time it was launched, there was lots of excitement because this was kind of a full study level plane in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So right now you can see the details of this plane is really good and really nice. No chocks, no pins, but still it is a nice plane. I've been flying it a lot. There are so many videos on my channel. And in this plane, you cannot just enter through the door. If you just bring your cursor over here, you will see you'll not be able to enter. So all you have to do is this: just press Shift C and you are inside the cockpit. So now the Fenix Simulations EFB is there, and let's get some power in the plane, and let's also AD-IRS to nav, set the iris alignment. It will take 7 minutes because I haven't changed the time, so it will take a long time. So now let's get the flight plan from SimBrief. It's going to be a short flight. I will be flying from Lahore to Islamabad, 18 minutes late. There is something happening with this plane. I actually tried to record a video before, but then I had to, just redo it again. That's one thing that I will just show you after the pushback. I hope I am able to resolve that. So now the flight plan is there. Let's go to ground services. You can see the GPU is connected. Chocks and cones are there. And let's go to mass and balance, and let's load the aircraft. I'll do it instant. And it's there. So now the fuel is there, and plus all the passengers are there in the plane. In the sim settings, no, you have to go to the settings from here. And over here, you have to enter your SimBrief username. As I've already purchased it, and I have just updated the Fenix Simulators installer, so that's why it has already picked it up. But if you're a new user, then you have to enter your SimBrief ID over here. That's it. So as it's now done, let me go to this page and get the packs on. I will go with packs on, and first no optimum flap settings, and let's do it again. That's it, and let's calculate. So let's configure the MCDU, and let's go to initialization first, and let's go for initialization request. It'll take some time. Okay, and the flight number will be 1188123. Cost index will be 80, and I will be cruising at 25,000 feet. Iris align, initialization, align on RIF. And the best thing about this plane is this, that you can get the wind information as well. So you can request for wind, and you get the wind request. And the wind information is there. That's it. And now I can go for zero fuel weight, rather initialization B. Zero fuel weight. That was good. Okay, so let's go over here, mass and balance, and the zero fuel weight is 60.4 tons. So let's enter 60.4, and the zero fuel weight center of gravity is 32.1. Let's enter it over here, and the block fuel is 6 tons, and it will do the fuel planning. So everything is really working good for this plane. Let's clear this message, and you can see it's there. Now for the flight plan, I will be taking off from Lahore, runway 36 right, and it will be Mug 2D, and that's it. Insert temporary. And for OPIs, it will be ILS Y 28 right, ND1A. That's it. So, and the flight plan is there. Discontinuity, let's get rid of it. Yeah, that's there. And for the performance, let's send it to MCDU. Let's go to this option and send to MCDU. Now it's there. Great. Now it's time to set the altimeter. Let's get the weather. (1015). That's it. And let's set the cruising altitude 25,000 feet. Now let's set the strobe to auto. Beacon on and the wing lights on. Nav and logo both on. Turn on the seatbelt signs. On the emergency exit doors. Crew supply on. Turn on the fuel pumps. And that's it. Let's start the APU. You can see on the eCam, the APU information is coming. So now the iris alignment is also done. Let's go through the flight plan to see if there is any issue in the flight plan or not. Because I'm loading the flight plan for the first time, so let's see. Yeah, everything looks good. So let's get back to this. Turn on the constraints. APU is available. APU bleed on. Let's turn off the external power. We don't need it anymore. Great. I can just move the parking brakes and call for the tug. I can do it from here. Let's see. Before this, just disconnect the GPU, and as the chocks were not there outside, but you have to do it like this from here. Just make sure you do it, because there's one thing in the initial video recording, I was unable to actually taxi, and I did many things, removed the chocks, did everything, but it was not working. So in this instance of the simulation, I'm just removing the GPU and cones and chocks right now to see what happens. So if I try to connect the tug, will it work? Let's see. And if I just say start, now it will come and get connected. So you have to press start for that. It has now started. I can turn on the engine. Let's have a look at the engine. Now it's starting. Great. By the way, it just turned right automatically. And it also stopped automatically. And it got, I think, disconnected automatically. Yeah. So, great. Didn't have to do anything. Okay. Now the ground spoilers are already active. Let's set the flaps. How much was the flaps? 2. And let's set the trim. Flight control test. Let's do it. Down 0.4. Yep, actually my controller is not working right now with this. Down 0.2. That's it. Let's do the flight control test. So ailerons, elevators, and plus the rudder is working. And let's see if the brakes are applied or not. Yeah, they are not applied. Good. Now let's start the engine 2. I just did all the checks without starting the engine 2. But you know, you have to do it. Ground spoilers arm. And usually I never make a video, and just like in the first go, I always try the plane myself like 2-3 times, and then I make a video. So this is for the first time making a video, so that's why there's so many things going on in my mind. So if I've skipped any step, kindly excuse me for that, because it's just like an exploration video, not really a tutorial or something like going through all the procedures. So I hope you guys have some tolerance level for this. Now engine 1 is available, so I can turn off the APU. APU bleed is off, and let's turn on the lights. That's it. Okay, let's turn on the weather prediction. TCAS to standby. Let's turn on the TCAS. And that's it. Nothing required. What was that? I don't know. Anyhow, everything is looking good. Now let's release the parking brake and let's see if I can move this plane, because initially it was not moving. I have also experienced this thing in Airbus A400M. Yeah, now it's moving. So remember this thing, that before the pushback, oops, too much. I think I've given too much thrust. So remember this thing, that just right before the pushback, remove the chocks from the AFB. Now runway 36 right is there. So let's get the plane on the runway. Yeah. Oops. Kind of very hard maneuvers. You don't actually do it like this. Okay, so let's take the power to 50%. Wait for the engines to spool, and that's it. And that's it. Wow, great sound. That's the sound that I love about the A320s. This sound is now gone in the new planes, but the old ones, I just love it. Let's get up and positive rate of climb, gears up. Yeah, there's too much power on the takeoff. It was really powerful. Yeah. Oops, I was going down. Just getting used to the control. Anyhow, before I crash the plane, let's turn on the autopilot. And let's get the flaps up. So, amazing thing about this plane is this, you can really feel the power during the takeoff. So, I think after some flights, I will be really used to the control of this plane. The flying physics are slightly different than the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So that's why. So now the plane is climbing, and let's wait for the top of descent. Let's see if I can see the top of descent over here. Yeah, it's coming. So then I will just take you from there. Now I'm near the top of descent. So let's prepare the plane for the approach. Let's go to performance and next phase. And let's get the QNH for Islamabad. Yeah, now it's there, 1017. And temperature in Islamabad is 11. There will be a speed error. Let's see if I'm able to manage the descent. Okay. And the barrow is 1874, 100 feet above the runway. And that's it. Right now the plane is in the open climb. I can set it to manage mode. $10,000 to go. Let's see. Yeah, by this point the plane will be at the cruising altitude. The plane is flying really good by this point now, as it was mentioned on the navigation display. It was like shown on the navigation display, not mentioned. The plane is at 25,000 feet, and you also have the ETP coming, and this is the turning point. So after this point, you have to just go towards Islamabad. So this is a good indication as well in the Airbus planes, and the equal time point. So it's like in the middle. So if you are new to the Airbus A320s, I will be definitely doing some videos in the future, and I will post them on my channel, so that you can just fly this plane around. It's really a nice plane. Now the plane is at cruising altitude. That's it. So the top of descent is a bit far. So let's wait for it. So let's now set the target altitude for the descent. It's 3,700. Let's change the units. There is something that I've just identified, that the speed is in the manage mode, but it's slightly higher than the target speed. There will be few things. Obviously, it's just like an initial thing. And the Fenix Simulations team has been working a lot in order to make this plane compatible with the Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. So obviously, some new updates will come in the future, and whatever the issues are, they will be fixed. But it was really good. The simulator was launched on 19th, and just like in the next 5 days, this plane is available. Although the enables Airbus A320, the V2, which is also available in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's also a really good plane to fly. Enter destination data. I have entered it. Yeah. Full flaps. Approach speed 140. So everything is there. So let's start the descent. It's in the manage mode. Now the descent has started. So this indication is also coming, which shows that by this point the plane will be actually following the descent profile, and you can see the vertical deviation is also coming. lower than the descent profile because I just started it early. So the vertical speed is getting adjusted. So this thing is working nicely. So vertical aviation is also coming over here above the descent profile. More drag. Yeah, the speed is going up. So let's get the speed brakes. Let's go out and see. Yeah, looks nice. Great. So the speed is slightly high. Now plane is higher than the descent profile. So what if yeah, you can see the speed is increasing a lot. So I can again go for the speed brakes. Although, as a precaution, I started the descent early, but still you can see I'm higher than the descent profile. If I go to the progress page, it's like I'm good, like 4,700 feet above the descent path or the vertical path. Yeah, but it's in the manage mode. Speed brake still out. If I just like try to disengage the speed brake, what will happen? Obviously, the plane will not follow this. Great. We have an overspeed issue. Yeah, this is something really strange. Autopilot is off now. I can engage the autopilot again. Or maybe, you know, what I can do is this. I can just like control the speed myself. It was really a very let's keep it at 280. Let's see what happens. Let's apply the brakes as well. Or rather, let's take it to 220 knots. As you know, at this point, I'm coming at a very high altitude. What I can do is this. I can initiate a hold at ISRO. Let's go with the computed one. Insert and let's wait for it. Now there is a hold. So if I'm not able to manage the altitude, I will just go into a hold and try to, you know, just go to 6,000 feet. Let's set it to 6,000. You can see the speed is now stable, so the plane has started its descent. 18,000 feet, 18,800 feet. It should have been at 6,000 feet by this point, ISRO. So maybe next time I can just try reducing the cost index. It was really high. I kept it at 80. Maybe I can do a flight with 20 or 30. just to see. So you can also try it at your own end. So in order to save time, I actually started the descent in the open descent. And let's get the plane out of the exit. Sorry, the hold. And that's it. Now let's, yeah, by this point, 220 and plus 6,000. So this is safe now. Now what I can do is this. I can just go to 3,700 and let's see what happens. That is the only reason I do like 3 or 4 flights before making a video. Because, if you're putting something there on YouTube, it should be good. But anyhow, that's the best thing about, trying a plane for the first time. I can just give all the viewers the first-hand information, what challenges they can just face during the flight. So now I can, yeah. Go for the manage descent. And what if I also go for the manage speed? Yeah, so manage speed is also there. Now what I can do is this. I can, yeah, I know there was an error. It told me before the flight. I think the cost index was high. I should have kept the cost index low. Anyhow, let's go to performance and let's activate approach phase. That's it. Enter destination data. It's there. I think now the descent has again started. Let's turn on the LS. Oops, I have to enter the frequency. Yeah, this is something. Yeah, it's coming. Let's wait for it. Yeah. Now yes, now it's picking up the information. Great. Now with this, I can start extending the flaps. It's going to be a full flap landing. And the speed is reducing, so that's good. So all the lights are on and altimeter adjusted. All I have to do is now land the plane. Let's try auto land. Let's see if it works. It should work. Let's get the LS information. So it's good. .12 nautical miles. Now let's activate approach. And let's turn on autopilot. So if you look at the FMA, all the information is coming. Autopilot 1+2, flight director 1 and 2, auto throttle is on, category 3 dual, and the barrow is coming. Plane is following the glide slope. Everything is good. Let's get the gears down. Spoilers armed. Let's see. Looking nice. Great. So let's now get full flaps. Really low visibility. Yeah, I cannot see the runway. I think it's there. Yeah, I just saw it. Anyhow, so landing gears down, signs on, cabin ready, spoilers armed, flaps full. Everything is good. And the graphics are also smooth. Oh, that's good. The experience of Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 has been really good so far. There have been few issues, especially in the evening when there's too much load on the internet. People start using it. At times, I experience this low bandwidth error, but otherwise, it's running good. I have a good connection, like 500, 600 Mbps, but still, when there's load, it happens. Let's see if this plane carries out an auto land. Oops. Forgot this, but I just turned it down right now. Okay, auto brake set to medium, and SCAD is on. Terrain on ND. If I turn it on, can I see it? Oh, I think it's going to land. Oops.
Too low. Terrain.
Flare, yeah. Let's activate reverse thrust. I've configured the key on the keyboard. Oh, that was a good landing. That was a good landing. Wow, I liked it. I was really impressed. It was like, gave me thrills. Anyhow, so this was Fenix Simulations Airbus A320, my first flight with this plane, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because right now I'm making lots of videos for this simulator, and I will be bringing many videos to this channel for all of you. Thank you very much for staying with me, and hope to see you soon. Have a nice day.